Hello everyone, welcome once again to the lair. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you are having a good day, a good evening, or a good night depending on what time you're watching this. And today is a very special video. I'm actually showing like everything, literally everything that I have about Spider-Man. We're gonna start with the shirts. A authentic Spider-Man 3 shirt. I don't know if any of you remembers, but there was a Walmart commercial that was always showing this t-shirt. It was like literally always airing, at a Walmart. And it's so cool. I think this costs like what, $7? I think $5 or $7. I don't really remember. And it still has a tag. That's actually pretty cool. It still has a tag right there. I don't know if you can see it. I hope you can see it, but there it is. This one's actually a long sleeve. You can actually, whoa, this one's actually dirty. What the hell? Oh my god. This design is pretty similar. It's the black suit Spider-Man crawling, crawling down, except that you actually see the whole body here. You can see the spider logo, and there's an actual red spider web, and it says down here Spider-Man 3. And I don't know if you can see it, but there's the black suit Spider-Man logo. And there it is. We have a t-shirt from Spider-Man 2, and this one's pretty wasted. I actually remember wearing this one a lot, but as you can see, it's already it's falling apart. I'm actually surprised this has survived, but there it is. I really loved this t-shirt, t-shirt, especially because of the the cloth, the fabric it's made of. It's pretty stretchy. You could wear this for the summer. It's actually cool, and I really like the design. So we have another Spider-Man 2 t-shirt, and I really love this. The label here of Spider-Man 2. Swing into action, and it says Spider-Man 2 as well. So this is it's Spider-Man versus Doc Ock. I always loved that this one had you can actually feel it has texture in the eyes. I think that other one also does have texture. And you see Doc Ock in the background. It says clutches of evil. So that looks pretty awesome. This one actually has some more stuff behind here. So there it is. It's Spider-Man crawling down. That actually looks pretty awesome too. So this is I don't know what to call it, like a flannel shirt or something like that. But it has like a plastic Spider-Man right here, and I always loved this. I actually remember this was a birthday present. I remember getting this for my birthday. I remember my parents, or my mom actually, saying, "Oh, we forgot your birthday. We didn't buy what you wanted." And then I started crying, and she actually pulled up, the shirt. And this one actually came up with a pair of shorts. I don't know where it is either. But she gave me this as a gift, and you can actually see Spider-Man here in the background, but it's kind of faded away. I don't know if you can actually see it, but try to see it right there. There's Spider-Man right there in the background. Here is a comic styled Spider-Man shirt. It's actually cool. I think I got this as a it was either a Christmas gift or a birthday gift. I really don't remember, but it looks so cool. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 t-shirt. I actually remember buying this one. It cost me 10 pesos. I don't know how much that would be in dollars. I think it's actually $1 or less than $1. This was back in 2016, 2017. I bought it at a garage sale, so that's why it came out pretty cheap. So this one is just a logo. It's just the spider logo from the PS4 suit. So not much to say there. Another one from the Amazing Spider-Man 2, and this is one of my favorites because it actually has texture. You can actually feel it. The bad thing is that it's like starting to crack, you know, the plastic or the rubber, you know, they made it with. And I really don't wear it that much anymore because I am afraid that all of this is gonna fall off. In fact, you can actually see that this actually is starting to fall off. Hopefully it's focusing, but yeah, it's starting to like peel off. A Miles Morales shirt, but it's a blue shirt with a red logo. Not much to say there, but it's simple, it's cool. This one's kind of funny. This is a bootleg sweatshirt, as you can tell, because it's the black spider logo, the black suit spider logo on a red sweatshirt, which is kind of cool, but I think I ruined it by adding this blue stuff, which is paint, but supposedly I used acrylic, and that thing ended up looking very bad, and that's the reason why I don't actually wear that one. I have this amazing Venom jacket that I do remember I got for my birthday, I think it was my 16th birthday. So my mom actually told, you know, a tailor to actually fabricate this. So they actually made this all by hand and they sewed it on the jacket, so that looks pretty cool. I remember wearing this like everywhere. I think it still fits. I really haven't worn it in a while, but it's still amazing. It's still here. This one was a gift from my sister. This one's also pretty cool. I already used it. So as you can see, it's comic style, kind of like the t-shirt. So that's actually pretty cool, and it goes all the way to the back too, which I think it's the same artwork. But either way, it looks amazing, you know, it's just amazing. Get it? Amazing. One of my favorites, actually all of them are my favorites, but this is like, it's like in movie, you know, in movie stuff. Like, I just look at it, you know, it's the Midtown High sweatshirt. So this is one of my favorites because it's like if I went to Midtown. Hopefully the camera actually gets this. This is a spider web from a Spider-Man 3 toy that I'm gonna show you in just a minute, but this was in the box, so I'm gonna start with that. So there you go, there is the black spider web. This is a box from a Spider-Man toy you're also going to see in a few moments, but for some reason I still have the box right here, so there it is. 2 Burger King toys from Spider-Man 2. I customized one to black to resemble like the Spider-Man 3 suit, and the other one I just kept it the same color, so there you go. So red and blue and black. There is the back part. Some Spider-Man, I think these are McDonald's toys. This is a Spider-Man that has a spider car with legs, so that's kind of like the gimmick of this one. And here is, I think this is the classic spider, what's the name? It's the Spider-Mobile, or does it have another name? But there you have it. There is the Spider-Mobile, and you press Spider-Man and whoop, and it throws his web. So this one, I think it's a boat. It's a spider boat. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with the figure. Actually, I do have the figure for this one. It's right over there. I'm going to show it to you in a bit, but I want to show you the replacement that's on that on this motorbike. So it's this Spider-Man, which is in a kind of like a metallic red and blue. Here is the motorcycle. So that looks pretty cool. I think they still work. The last time I checked, they actually did turn on, but I have to, you know, like check again because I'm pretty sure that was like a year ago. Here's a helicopter, the Spider-Copter. I think this is the only one that actually didn't work anymore, sadly, because I did test all of them. And I think this was the only one. I think it was the only one that didn't really work anymore, so that's pretty sad. I think this thing rotated. I think that's what it did. I'm not really sure. The Spider-Man 2 car. So I did get this one when I was a kid. I remember my dad buying it for me. I think we went to the store, just the two of us, and I was like, hey, buy me something. Or I think I wanted something else from Spider-Man 2, but I think this was like the cheapest option, and he said, you want that one, grab that one. So yeah, unfortunately it's missing a piece. I'm gonna try to customize this Spider-Man so it looks like it used to. Spider-Man plushies. You would see this one a lot, like in the 2000s. This model was like everywhere. I got this from a friend at elementary. He gave it to me. Why? I don't know. I think because I like Spider-Man. This one, my brother actually gave me this one. It's pretty cool. This one's from Spider-Man 3. Notice in the back logo, it's like stitched or something because it had some holes. So I just used red string to hide the holes. Black suit Spider-Man from Spider-Man 3 as well. I'm so happy to have more Spider-Man 3 stuff. I want to show you guys this bootleg Doc Ock, and this is gonna be my favorite Doc Ock because it's the only Doc Ock I have. It's like the most accurate out of all bootlegs that I've seen. So this one was like the most accurate, and it was pretty cheap. I remember buying it. This was years ago. I think I bought it when the Amazing Spider-Man 2 came out. Like in 2014, it cost me what, 75 pesos. So now we have these from Spider-Man 2002. There is the Green Goblin, and I'm pretty surprised that they're still in great shape. I got these from a friend or someone who used to be my friend in high school. He charged me 50 pesos for each one of these. So I ended up paying like 100 pesos, which I think it was worth it because I've seen these on eBay or Mercado Libre or whatever, and they're way more expensive. So I think he gave me a good deal. And you know what? Even though we're not friends anymore, I still remember him because of these. Spider-Man 2, the Ultra Posable Spider-Man. I got this one for $1. It was 20 pesos, and I think $1 right now is worth 20 pesos. This was way back, I don't know, like in the two, I'm pretty sure, also when the Amazing Spider-Man 2 came out. I got this at a garage sale for $1, and that was crazy. And what was more crazy is that I remember seeing the Losaus 1 videos, the Spider-Man stop motion videos, and I was urging to get a superposable Spider-Man. And I went to that garage sale, and oh man, I was so lucky to get this. A loose figure from the Amazing Spider-Man. I think my sister gave this to me. I think they found it lying on the street and they gave it to me, so that's pretty cool. So this is the Black Suit Spider-Man. I think this came out in 2008 after the release, a year later after the release of Spider-Man 3. The articulation is pretty weird for me. I'm not gonna lie, it's super weird, but there's still something about this figure I like a lot. Plus, my friend gave this to me, so I will forever be thankful, so that's pretty awesome. This was from the, what was it called? The Quick Change Spidey, I think? So I bought this loose as well, so it doesn't have the accessories, which was it was a tuxedo or something like that, so you would put it on Peter, and it actually had an interchangeable head. This one didn't come with it, sadly. The Burger King figures, I only have these two, sadly. I would have wanted to have more of them. I also got these at a garage sale. These were 5 pesos, 50 cents maybe, or less than that. I'm not really sure. There you have it, and they're still in pretty good condition. These came in the Kellogg's cereal, I think. You would find Spider-Man, Sandman, Venom, or New Goblin. I found this one in the trash next door. The wall-crawling Spider-Man, which was I think it was a McDonald's or a Burger King promo. I don't remember, but I think I got this off a garage sale. I don't remember the price of it. And this is the Spider-Man you would now see on my microphone. Here is the Spider-Man I was telling you about that would go on top of the motorcycle. So there it is. This is also from Spider-Man 2. And the paint on this figure actually kept on pretty well, you know, I mean, it hasn't fallen off. Finally, the action figure from the package you saw a moment ago. It's a black suit Spider-Man from the Marvel's Spider-Man TV show. I really didn't like that show, but this black suit version actually looks pretty cool, and it has a web function right there. So you would press his backpack over here and that little string would launch, but it's not doing anything right now, so but it would basically do that. Here's a Kellogg's The Amazing Spider-Man figurine. This is the Fruit Loops guy dressed as Spider-Man. There were like 4 of these. I only have this one. I've seen the other ones in the wild, but people sell them pretty damn expensive for a small figure, so I've said no. I have a disassembled Spider-Man from the 2002 movie, but that's what remains of this figure, and to this day I haven't, you know, glued it back together because it's missing an arm. So I just have it like in a box, hoping, I don't know, I don't even know what I'm hoping for. One of my uncle's dogs chewed up. He's missing a leg right there. So basically this Spider-Man and the other Spider-Man are just hidden in a box because it makes me sad to see them like that. This one was also one of my favorites because it's super articulate. Too bad it's like loose, you know, it's all wobbly and stuff, but it is a pretty cool figure. This actually came with a Doc Ock, but that Doc Ock doesn't exist anymore. I actually did break that one into pieces after I lost all of his tentacles. We have Green Goblin's glider right here. This one, I think it does turn on, but it doesn't have like the I think the wheels don't turn anymore. So the only thing it does is the pumpkin bombs are the only ones that like light up. I have some minifigures right here that I'm gonna be showing pretty quickly if this thing focuses. So there's a Venom, which I have no idea where it came from. I just know that they were a gift from my brother-in-law. Here's another Doc Ock figure, which is pretty cool. I'm pretty sure these are from a board game or something. Like, that's my theory, but I really don't know. Here's a Kinder Surprise figure from the Amazing Spider-Man 1, back when Kinder Surprise eggs actually had good toys coming out of them. Here's another one from the Amazing Spider-Man. I only got 2 of these because my parents wouldn't really approve of me buying chocolate eggs with surprises. Now this one's kind of curious, you know, it's from Spider-Man Homecoming, and these were part of the marketing for the movie. So these would come in from a bread company called Bimbo. So you would buy some chocolate bread. They were called negritos, now they're called nitos. And you would actually get one of the 5 figures. This is I don't know what it is, a rock painted as Spider-Man. I think my nephew gave me that. But I have it still to this day. Here's the Spider-Man popcorn bucket from Spider-Man Homecoming. Back when popcorn buckets were simple and cheap. So here it is. I actually did a custom to mine because this one didn't come with like the black webbing. It was like completely red. And I kind of didn't like that, so I used a marker and painted all of them. I knew this video would be so exhausting, but I didn't know it would be this exhausting. Here is one of my prized possessions, Spider-Man 3 limited edition action figure, which is a black suit Spider-Man. So this is like a metallic version of that figure. I actually had the regular version, but my brother gave it to the dogs chewed it up, and I always wanted that figure back, you know. and it wasn't until last year that I had the chance to actually get it back. Here's a figure from the Amazing Spider-Man 2, which is the Shock Surge Spider-Man, back when my stores over here where I live actually sold good toys. So here's another Amazing Spider-Man 2 figure, which is the Power Charged Electro. And actually both of these, they would light up. I'm not sure if they still do, because I haven't opened them in a while. Amazing Spider-Man figures, and this one is a figure that I see a lot of people talk about, which is the ultra posable Spider-Man. That it's a 1/4-inch figure, but it's super posable, and it's amazing. I think I got this for like $2 at a store. And here is another Amazing Spider-Man figure, which is super damaged. This is how I got it from the store. And I got it like this because it was the only one left. And I was like, Mom, buy it to me, please, because it's the only figure left and they're not gonna bring more. And like a week later, they brought more to the store, and that's where I bought that Amazing Spider-Man figure, the ultra posable one. So this is the Lego from Spider-Man 3. This came out this year, and I was like, I gotta have it. More Spider-Man 3 merch, the more the merrier. I have an unboxing on this one, so if you want to see a full unboxing, you can check that video. Here is the Avengers Infinity War Iron Spider Funko Pop. Back when Funko Pops were actually super popular. Vulture from Spider-Man Homecoming. And I think I bought this when I went to see the movie. So it's a little souvenir. Spider-Man Homecoming 3-pack. I think this one was kind of rare. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of unboxings on this one. But it has Iron Man, it has Vulture, and it has Spider-Man. And so it's actually pretty cool, and you can see the back over here. Amazing Spider-Man 3D puzzle. I got this for, it wasn't Christmas, it was the 3 Wise Men Day, or El Día de los Reyes Magos. So I got this when, I think it was 2013? Yeah, because the movie came out in 2012. So yep, I got this for Reyes Magos in 2013. If you want a video on this, of me assembling it, tell me in the comments below. Here is a Amazing Spider-Man 2 mask. I actually have this one in a bag because there's a lot of dust in my room, but I hope you can see it right there. So here is the Spider-Man Trilogy soundtrack. There is also a video on this in my channel if you want to go see it. I'm going to show you the covers for these. 2 copies of Spider-Man in VHS. One is in perfect condition, and clearly the other one was super banged up because this is the childhood version. This is the one that I've had all my life, and this is one I got from a Goodwill store. So yeah. Spider-Man Animated Series VHS, Spider-Man The Return of the Green Goblin. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 DVD. The Amazing Spider-Man DVD. 3 versions of the Spider-Man 3 DVD. So one is the standard version that I've had all my life. This version contains some collectible cards, and this version is a 2-disc edition. The Spider-Man High Definition Trilogy, courtesy of my friend. Thanks for getting this jewel for me. So yeah, there you have it. The first ever Blu-ray release. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse on Blu-ray. Spider-Man No Way Home on Blu-ray. Spider-Man Far From Home on Blu-ray. Spider-Man Homecoming on Blu-ray, which is still sealed, or well, it still has a plastic because I've actually used it. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 on Blu-ray. This is a 3D version, although I haven't used the 3D because I don't have 3D TV. The Amazing Spider-Man Blu-ray version as well. Spider-Man 2.1. I am super proud of having this one. Spider-Man 2.1, the original release. That is so cool. Spider-Man 2, just a standard re-release, but I really love the cover. Spider-Man 2, the 4:3 full screen format version, and the original 2004 edition. Spider-Man, the deluxe edition. Spider-Man 1, the video game for PlayStation 2. Spider-Man vs. Doc Ock DVD. I was going to show all these Spider-Man comics. The battery for my camera is about to die. So if you actually want to see these in a separate video, tell me in the comments below. Here is a Spider-Man picture, and it has those like little dots. I had to put all of those dots on the picture, so it took me, pretty sure it took me more than a week, but it was worth it because it looks pretty cool, right? The Amazing Spider-Man notebook. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 puzzle bag. I actually do have the puzzle, it's hanging on a wall, so that's why the bag is empty. Amazing Spider-Man pencil case. These are Spider-Man Far From Home pogs. I'm not going to show them all because there are a lot of them. But these would come out from Doritos bags. So you would collect, I think there were 50 in total. I think I missed a few, but there were 50 in total. I am crazy for Spider-Man that I actually kept the bags. So here is, I think this was like the more famous one over here. So this was a Spider-Man themed flavor, but there it is, from Far From Home. These are from Spider-Man Far From Home. They are different designs. Pretty sure you're gonna see something familiar right there, right? That is the same pose they are using for Spider-Man Brand New Day. And I believe that they're using that one too. That is the same pose as well. So yeah, that's pretty funny. Here's another one with the red and black suit. Here is another Spider-Man. And here is one with Mysterio. And all of them would have this in the back. And that is pretty much it on my Spider-Man collection. It was more of a hassle than I thought it would be, so thank God I don't have more Spider-Man stuff right now. Tell me what you gals and guys think in the comments below. If you want to see that comic collection, tell me in the comments below. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was worth the effort, because man, it is a lot of stuff I took out from every corner of my room. So thank you for watching. Subscribe, please subscribe. I hope everyone is doing well, and have a good day, have a good night, or have a good evening, and I will see you all until next video. Goodbye.